The Discover College Soccer podcast is sponsored by VIO. VIO is the #1 AI camera solution helping players capture college recruitment videos. Check out their new starter and family options by clicking on the link in the description or visit Discover College Soccer to learn more. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Discover College Soccer. Today, I'm lucky enough to be joined by Coach Leah Stringer from the Lincoln University Women's Program in Missouri. Welcome, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. It's funny. I keep getting new firsts
Yeah.
on this podcast, and I have talked to coaches who are new to programs, and I've even
Mhm.
talked to some who are starting programs. But you're actually 12 months away from your
Yeah.
first season, so this
Yes,
is
sir.
this is a first where. And kudos to Lincoln for giving you time because I know
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
people who
Yes.
who do
Yes.
not have that much time starting a program. So what's it been like? Because I guess you've really only been there a month, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been here about a month. Honestly, it's just been a lot of recruiting, getting out there, and then making sure people know, hey, there's another option out here in Jefferson City at the Division II level, and yeah, just trying to promote the university and then the soccer program as well.
Well, and normally on these, I like to start with recruiting, and usually
Yeah.
people are, they're working on at least the next year and maybe 2 years and those kinds of things where, so you're really looking at class of 24,
Yes.
and perhaps even 25s already, and
Yeah.
really
Yeah. Yeah.
working that line. So how are you approaching recruiting for a program that doesn't start for a year? Where, what has your focus been?
Yeah, honestly, right now I've been trying to focus hard on the 24 class. Um, Initially, I did try to do two classes at once, and it kind of turned into a lot to handle. So right now, I just focus on a 24 class, whether it's incoming freshmen, transfers, JUCO transfers. Yeah, just anyone that'll be available for me this upcoming fall for our start of the season. So yeah.
So what is your goal roster size for year one of a brand new program?
Yeah, good question. Right now, I'm looking at probably wanting a roster around 30. I think that's a decent number. Obviously, with the women's game, injuries a very big factor to have to factor in. So I think if I set my number at around 30, maybe have around 3 to 4 keepers within that, keeping me around 26 to 27 field players, to try to account for those injuries or mishaps, anything like that. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it around 30. At the same time, I'm not gonna lie, if I get to that 30 number and another girl comes across and wants to join what we're trying to build here, I'm not gonna deny that. So yeah.
Well, and then within that, kind of what's your goal? I mean, you mentioned, transfers and junior college and all that kind of stuff. So what is your hope in that first roster of kind of
Mhm.
breakdown by class? You see it,
Yeah.
how freshman heavy do you expect it? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm expecting to be very freshman heavy. Outside looking in, that's probably not what many coaches would want. But if I can get that core group and actually have them for about 4 years, it's like you're not only in my first recruiting class, but you're helping me set down the groundwork. You're helping me, create that culture and that identity and family environment that I'm wanting to bring here. But at the same time, I would like to have, maybe a handful, maybe 10 to 12 that are about transfers and everything like that, because I think the older maturity and the experience of the college game will help me a lot. But ideally looking to have majority of that class be freshmen, just because it's like they don't know what they don't know. And it's like we go in new conference, new team, new everything. Like I said, it's like just building them and molding them to be what it is what we're trying to build.
Well, and being Division two, and even in the conference you guys are going to be in, there is a good mix of international players usually on a lot of those rosters. So, are you looking internationally at all to fill some of those slots too?
Yeah, definitely open to internationals. Obviously, just like the kids from in the states, it's just a matter of that right fit and finding the right players, right student athlete, and everything to come in. Internationals, obviously, it's a little more tricky unless you're able to get out there and go watch them live. Depending strictly on highlight film and just the connections that I have, trusting them and just trusting in their word that these players are actually worth bringing over and things like that.
Okay. Well, you've got a year, right? So what's on your calendar in terms of events? What tournaments do you plan on going to? How far wide are you going to be looking? What's that going to look like for you?
Yeah, to be completely honest, I'm not trying to leave any rock unturned. I will go anywhere the ballers are. I mean, I think I put it out there on Twitter a couple of days ago, like, hey, I'm trying to get my August recruiting schedule together. Shoot me some events. And there's a couple of events some individuals put out there. I had no idea were going to be going on really close to me, so I added them to my calendars. But I'll hit up the typical GA events, ECNL, RL. With me being really close to like the St. Louis and Kansas City area, there's going to be a lot of league games in my area, so I'll attend those. I honestly plan on taking advantage of not having my own season and worrying about preseason and stuff. So it's like, all right, let me go to some junior college games as well. So yeah, I plan on being on the road all of fall, taking advantage, like I said, of having that time to be able to attend events I usually wouldn't be able to because of my own games.
Oh, that definitely makes a lot of sense. Well, whether you're at a junior college game or an ECL tournament or any of
Yeah.
these events, kind of what makes up the hierarchy of things that you're looking for in a player that you want to bring into that first class, whether that's on the field stuff or off the field stuff?
Yeah, honestly, I think the easiest part of my job is finding a good soccer player. I think the difficult part and the part that can get tricky is finding out who they are off the field. With me having this year to be able to recruit, I really want to take my time and get to know my recruits, and get to know them, who they are as a daughter, as a friend, and everything like that. So that's really the key piece for me, just finding out who they are off the field. Because I mean, with it being a startup, it's like that first recruiting class is going to be really big for me. And every recruit that I've actually had the honor of discussing things with, and recruiting right now, I tell them that like I'm going to depend on you to come in, help me create the culture, the identity, basically what we're going to be known from day one and moving forward.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the school.
Yep.
I think there's a couple Lincolns that are out
Yeah,
there
there is.
in the
There's about
wild.
three of
So,
them. I always
uh,
have to add that Missouri. Like
yeah,
we're the one in Missouri. So
right.
yeah.
Not Pennsylvania. Not yeah.
Yes, yes.
One has memorial after the name. Yeah, I get you.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
well, obviously you're new, only being there a month, but what was it about the school that really made you say, yes, I want to be a part of this institution? What are some of the cool things that you found out about the school already? Maybe some things we wouldn't even know by going through the website.
Yeah, for me, we are HBCU. I want to say one of the first and oldest in Missouri. So that was one of the things that really stood out for me. Just the amount of pride in the traditions and culture here. Like I said, I've only been here a month, but within my interview process, I met with the Booster Club, and the support I got from that day until now has just been unbelievable. I've had local club coaches, local high school coaches, and again, boosters reaching out to me saying how excited they are about the program and everything like that. So I'd say just the support. I mean, obviously, every university has support. I would like to think within the athletic departments, but to be a startup program and already have the excitement around the team, and I have yet, scheduled a game is very exciting. So that was one thing. I was happy to learn that I have the support of not only the community but the university as well.
Okay, that's great. Well, speaking of support, what kind of support does the school offer the student athletes in terms of really helping them balance the rigors of being an athlete and the rigors that come with being a student?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know for sure we have like a academic success center. Obviously, they help with like tutors, help with like whether it's improving like studying skills and things like that. But yeah, those are just a few of the resources I know off the top of my head that they do there. But yeah, and then within our department, I mean, we have advisors that will assist our student athletes with their schedules and everything like that, making sure they're on track to graduate and everything like that.
Okay. Well, in terms of other support, kind of what folks are there maybe in the athletic department, whether that's athletic trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, what kind of ancillary services do you see your student athletes being able to take advantage of?
Yeah, so actually, both of those that you just mentioned, our athletic trainer, actually, I just met with him a few minutes ago. Our strength and conditioning coach, he's already, been in talks with me as well, just, trying to get an idea of what it is I would like from him on that side of things. And the fact that he has admitted to me he probably doesn't have the best soccer background, but is willing to, reach out to some resources that he has and everything. That means a lot to me because obviously, usually at the college level, your strength coach is, the football guy that was given soccer. So just the fact that he's willing to, do his research and make sure he's doing everything possible to help me out with my team is great. But yeah, the resources, like I said, the training staff, the strength and conditioning, from our SID, media people, everyone's been very hands on and ready for me to get that first commit because that once I get that first one, man, we're gonna blast it all over the place and it's gonna be up from there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, it, I know it's really forward looking and
Yeah.
I'm not holding you anything, rock solid here, but do me a favor, let's fast forward maybe 14 months. Let's say it's October of your first season. What do you envision that's a week in the life of a student athlete going to be? When his practice is going to be, game schedules, classes, what's a normal week going to look like for him?
Yeah, so from what I know, the GLVC, their games are Friday, Sunday, so we'll be,
Mhm.
participating in our games on Friday, Sundays. For me, I usually give that Monday. That's your day off, relax, chill, catch up on some homework. Those Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I mean, we're practicing, trying to get everything in. And then, yeah, I mean, practices, ideally, I would love to practice in the morning, just because I'm a person, early bird gets the worm. Plus, I mean, why sit around and wait all day and have practice at night if we can just go ahead and knock it out? Plus, it's a little cooler. But no, yeah, practice is, perfect ideal world would be in the mornings, so they can, do the rest of their stuff in the day, classes, homework, and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, in terms of, obviously you've only been there a month, but do you know what your overall staff is going to look like in terms of assistant coaches? And is there a plan for that before the season starts?
Yeah, so I actually just posted my assistant position role. I want to say it was posted last week actually. So I'm hoping to have someone in maybe by September to help me out because again, right now it's just me and it's a lot going on. So I can't wait to have an assistant. Ideally, I would love to have a staff of about four. Whether that's a GA volunteer and then and like I said, my assistant position that was just posted. But ideally, perfect world, we will have a staff of four. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I know you're no stranger to college soccer, so
Yes, sir.
but in terms of, this role, how would you describe how you want the team style of play to look and how would you describe your style of coaching?
Yeah, as far as the style of play, honestly, I feel as if that's going to be something I truly determine once everyone's here and I see them together. Ideally, I was a goalkeeper, so I'm very defensive minded. I would like us to be good defensively before we start wanting to throw everyone out there into the attack and want to score goals. But yeah, once I get everyone here on campus and see how we gel and work together, I think I'd be able to figure out exactly our style of play and everything as far as formations and just how we attack things. But yeah, that's something I think about every day. Honestly, I kind of try not to get too far ahead of myself and fast forward to this time next year when I'm hopefully starting my own preseason. But yeah.
Okay. And maybe thinking about to your former players or
Mhm.
anything else, how would they kind of describe you and the way that you like to coach the team, you as a
Ooh,
coach?
yeah. So hopefully they're saying I'm very dynamic. Try to adjust on the go. I try to prepare them as best as possible. I will always have a game plan in mind, but at the same time, I am not ashamed to be like, okay, that didn't work or it's not working. Let's change it. I'm very big on asking my players what they think and what they see. So I think it's important for me when in the recruiting process to know that I am able to get players here that are able to think for themselves and read the game and be able to answer those questions because I will honestly ask you at halftime like what do you guys see what's going on in the field because I mean it's easy for me to sit there on the sideline and think I know what's going on but you're in it you're playing it you're running around trying to figure things out so what do you guys see what do we think is going to work so just making sure I have players that are able like I said, just to answer that question, and I promise it's not a trap question, but yeah.
Okay. Well, several times you've mentioned, the support of the school, which is fantastic. So, of
Mhm.
course, parents and players are always hoping to get that athletic scholarship money.
Yeah, yeah.
So has the school given you a decent bit of support in terms of scholarships and what's available and that sort of thing?
Yes, they actually have. I'm actually very proud the budget I've been given, especially for a startup. I think I have everything I need within my grasp to do what I plan on doing, and setting the groundwork. Like I said, do have scholarships available. I have a few offers out right now, so hopefully, we'll get some verbal commits here pretty soon. But yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely do have some scholarships. Which, like I said, like you said, with it being a startup, I'm very happy with that. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, now normally the question I end on is about what advice would you give families and parents and stuff, but I'm going to
Yeah.
skip that this time,
Okay.
and because you're in a unique situation, you got a year left, and by the time this airs, it'll probably be, I don't know, September or something. But
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the last word, and that's go ahead and sell your program, sell it to anybody listening who you want to see, give them the pitch, and hopefully it'll draw some interest for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, hey, anyone out there still looking for a home, Lincoln University, yeah, we're located in capital of Missouri, Jefferson City, Division II women's soccer. We will start competing in the GLVC come fall 2024. Basically, for me, like I said, I'm looking for players out there that are willing to grind and put in the work, that are open to that unique possibility of being part of something, special, being a part of history, and yeah, just ready to get out there and win some games.
Awesome. Well, Coach, wish you the best of luck. If you get
Thank you.
down here to Braden's in Florida, where
Yeah.
we have ECNL events all the time and other
Yes,
tournaments,
sir.
please
Yes,
let
sir.
me know. Love to show you around and we'll grab a cup of coffee or something and try to load your roster. All right.
All right. Sounds good. Definitely need to get down to Florida, man, for some ballers out there.
Awesome. All right, Coach. Thanks and good luck.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. It's Matt from Discover College Soccer. I hope you're enjoying the podcast, whether that's on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I also wanted to let you know about the Discover College Soccer Study Table. This is our brand new online portal that is complete with a 14-part online course giving you all of the ins and outs of the college soccer recruiting process. There's also a wealth of resources such as checklists, templates. There's the spreadsheets that have every soccer program in the country along with their coaches, their contact information, their social media information, some basic stats about the school and more. Plus there's an online community where you can ask your questions, share your wins, your losses, any questions that you may have around the college soccer recruiting process. It's all there at the Discover College Soccer study table that you can find at discovercollegesoccer.com/study table, and hopefully we will see you there.